My first year at In From the Cold has been honestly an exceptional privilege, and it's just been incredible to see the great work that goes on here every year and every single day. So what were some real highlights of and remarkable moments for me in my first year in 2017? I think I'd have to put right at the top of that list the opening of Journey House 2. You know, Journey House 2 is an innovative housing program that supports particularly larger families. A major problem for families in Calgary who are homeless is simply not enough large units. And our average family size here at In From the Cold is 3 kids. And so we wanted to really make sure if we are housing people that we're giving them unit sizes that are appropriate. And just before Christmas, we moved our first family into Journey House 2. Most of our partners in the homeless space in Calgary get about 80–90% of their operational funding from government, and we're unique in that only about 35% of ours does. And so this puts us in a position where we're super reliant on the goodwill of Calgarians to do the work that we do. Let's celebrate our 20th anniversary by holding a symposium that was called Circles of Hope, and the idea was to bring together people who could share their lived experience of family homelessness and/or individual homelessness. And what a profoundly moving day, where we had about 15 speakers who really just talked about how they had been affected by homelessness and then some of the different pathways that they needed to take in order to get out. And I think what was so powerful is we brought together over 100 Calgarians who got to hear real-life stories, but everybody walked away with such hope that day. You know, when you impact an adult, it's a wonderful thing. But when you impact a child, you're not just impacting that child, but you're impacting, you know, many generations to come. We have a great early childhood development program. Children who are sort of 7 to 15, to some degree, were left out in our program model. And that didn't mean that, you know, they're on the street or not given the basic necessities, but we didn't really have any specific programming for them. And now, in the fall of 2017, we started a new program to work with youth. And you know, I would love to see that continue to enhance. I'd love to see mentorship program. Middle of 2017 to the end, we started to think about, you know, should In From the Cold as sort of our main operating facility, should we move? The neighborhood for our children is, you know, downtown office towers. And 11th Avenue, sometimes the traffic goes pretty fast. We're going to continue to gently explore. Are there perhaps other communities? Are there other locations in Calgary where we could go to? The more we can embed our organization and families in neighborhoods and in community, the shorter the experience of homelessness will be. Moving forward, 2018 is going to be more housing. We think that emergency shelter is critical. People's experience in emergency shelter should be as short as possible because every single day is tough in shelter. All of the other pieces, you know, building life skills, becoming stable, understanding money management, understanding healthy relationships for the children and for the parents, all of those things have an opportunity to occur when families are stably housed. There are probably 200, maybe 300 homeless families in Calgary, and our desire in 2018 is to continue to house more and more. In 2017, we added 10 units, so 10 families to our capacity. So now, on any given night, we're taking care of about 100 families in Calgary. I would love this year to see that number go to 150. It's an amazing thing when you support a family to find sustainable housing. You know, all of the sudden, dignity gets restored, hope gets restored, particularly toxic stress and trauma goes down, and families can start to feel secure again. And at the end of the day, In From the Cold has always been about shelter, sanctuary, and healing, and housing, you know, stable, independent housing is the best way for that to occur.